All right, what's happening? Judd here with Jeanette from Emery Asphalt Services. Super excited yet again to be here with my friend Jeanette. We've had the chance to actually meet in person, which was awesome. And of course, watching Jeanette grow her business with Chuck and really continue to scale and grow it. And today we're going to be speaking about Paveman Pro that has been transformed into AK Dash, the system to essentially keep customers organized and to push out professional proposals. And I've asked you, Jeanette, to be here just to give some feedback to anybody out there that's looking at optimizing their business, keeping it organized, and helping them to win more. So can you give a little bit of feedback as to your experience with the platform and just
I
some really,
can.
really transparent
Um,
feedback? Yeah.
so I love AK Dash as well as Pavement Pro. I'm glad that it transferred because it's been upgraded big time, and I get several compliments from my clients about it. I've even been told a couple times that I've actually closed on the job because the quote looked so professional. There's a lot of detailed information. You can add detailed information that if you need to add some of your own input, there's a slot, an opening where you can do that. But for the most part, everything's already pre-filled out. Like you can scan over it, and if you don't want it in there, then you can delete it and reword it however you want to. But for the most part, everything's pre-filled out. It looks good. I can attach any images I want to attach. I can attach any documents that I want to attach. I usually attach my company's insurance information, copy of my W-9. That way the client already has it, know that I am a legit standing company. And that you can map out. I don't even, if for seal coat jobs, I don't even have to go to the job site to look at it if it's far away. I can just map it out on the mapping tool that they have and send in my quote. The seal coating, it is word. I use it word for word. Everything that's on the seal coating scope, I use. Paving is on there, concrete, bollard installation, wheel stops. I mean, they have it all, and we pretty much do all that work. So it's a very nice, convenient tool to have. I would highly recommend anyone to get it. There's several tutorial videos that will show you step by step on how to use it. It's extremely user friendly. They have great staff that is pretty much on call, that if you send in a bug report, they'll get back to you within the next 48 to 72 hours. Very responsive. If you have any questions, there's several different emails and people you can reach out to for help. But usually, 9 times out of 10, I haven't had to have any help with it. I have had some questions come up, but not many. And the ones that did have come up were answered within the next like 48 hours. I would give this a 10 out of 10 review if it was on Google. Another thing that I like about it is every time I send a quote, I can see that it was sent, and I can also see when the potential client opened it. So that gives me a little, earful to say, hey, okay, they looked at it, you can call them. Or sometimes I'll wait a day and then call them. Sometimes I will send the quote and follow up with them immediately and then say, hey, I just sent the quote. Are there any questions or concerns you have about it? Another good thing is it lines items everything. So if you're doing an asphalt patch plus seal coating plus striping, they will get to see it in line. So if they don't want to do the patch work, but they want to do the seal coating, then they have the option to see how much each part of the job costs, and it also gives you the ability to remove it if they don't want it, and it gives you the ability to add something if they want to add something. So if you want to add a concrete curb in there, you can do that, and I love that about it.
That is, like, getting reviews like this are so awesome. And the reason why I really wanted to hop on with you today is because on the roundtable you've been sharing wins, like over the last year, wins. And so when you hear about somebody winning out there, like yourself, and I think it's so important to share some of the things that you're using to win, to help people out there build a business that's more professional and operating at a level that's just at a different caliber than what we may not. We don't know what we don't know, right? And so when you share like that on the roundtable, you're inspiring people And I know that Pavement Pro / AK Dash has been a tool that you've used to help you achieve that. But, I say this often, it's like what you put into something is what you're going to get out of it, right? And so if you're not using something effectively, like the way it's designed to actually be used, then you're not going to get its full horsepower out of it. And so when when I hear of you kind of using the system in a way that's really, really, really the way it's designed to be used, which is to essentially get as many proposals as you can out there into the hands of people who are the decision makers. The more quotes you get out, the more deals you're going to close. And you've been doing that. And you shared a massive deal on the roundtable recently, but you've closed some big deals in the last year. Some big deals, deals, like 6-figure deals.
Yes.
Big 6-figure deals.
It's exciting. And it's good. It makes me feel good that when especially when people come to me and they're like, we love this quote that you sent us, because not to talk bad about companies or anything, but they do take that into consideration big time, because they'll say, some of them have told me, someone just sent me an email with a bunch of numbers and I don't know what they're doing. Or one client recently told me that they sent in a quote that had no pictures. They had no idea what they were going out there. They didn't even know if they were talking about the same thing. It's very convenient. It's very professional. And if you want your company to stand out, I would highly recommend doing it and invest. It's an investment into your company and this is a very, very good investment. A lot of people talk about, investing in marketing companies and investing in t-shirts, investing in cards and stuff like that. Well, this is a very good tool to invest into your company. It will make you stand out. I can guarantee you it will probably make you win more jobs. They even now have a very cool weather app. So it'll tell you if it's the good weather to seal coat in, or if it's a good weather to do paving in. I love that. Really do love that. Because there's some times where I have to call Chuck up and say, okay, what's the temperature? What's the temperature supposed to be not to seal coat in? But I don't have to now, because I have so many things to memorize, and memorizing that, it's kind of on the bottom of the list to memorize and keep it in the back of my head, because there's so many other things that I have to memorize. But that's really good that I have that tool now. I don't have to call some Chuck and say, hey, what's the weather supposed to be? And is it good for seal coating? Not anymore. I just look on the app and it's there. Thank goodness.
I love that. Are you using the tasks inside of AK-2 where you can actually create tasks associated to follow up?
I do.
And different things like that?
I usually put in my task, follow-up or sometimes I put appointments. I have a calendar also that I use daily. So I do use tasks. I probably don't use it like I should, as often as I should, but I do use it. I also have a calendar that I write everything in, but the task is very good. Every time that I usually get on the AK Dash at least 1 to 2 times a day, and the task will be there. So if I forgot to write it in my calendar, then it's there, and I say, okay, I need to follow up with this person. So I do. It's a very good reminder tool that I have to use a lot.
That's awesome. And we have some things that are going to be upgraded too around the tasking environment too, tied to calendars. So excited about that. In regards to I just showed you the deal pipeline. So the actual pipeline from the lead right through to closed won or closed lost. And so you're able to put your proposals in the right stage as to where it is in the process. So you literally can go from lead to sales qualified lead to pavement assessment to then quote and then closed won, closed lost. So I'm excited to have you start to use that as well. I know that will give you the optics and pulse on where your deals are in their pipeline stages. Because you can imagine, I always say, build your wave, build the wave. And so the more you're loading the front end of your pipe with leads and sales qualified leads, the more opportunities you have for assessments and quotes, and then you drive more business. So a lot of people forget about that, is to keep that pipe filling up on that front end. A lot of people will just focus on closing the deal. And then they're like, oh man, we closed the deal. We did the job. Now we have to start filling the pipe again. And by that time, you'll have a big gap of time where there's no money coming in. So always remember to front load that pipe for sure. Yeah.
Well, definitely. I have been using it. It was originally just closed. I think it was closed won, closed lost, and invoiced. And I have been using that, but I'm very excited about the new upgraded pipeline because I have been doing that a lot. Because I've done so many quotes that I could not remember what has been lost and what has been won. So I'm looking forward to using that tool.
It's also important because what it does is it will tell you your closing rate as well. So it'll go from quote stage to the closed one, and you'll know your closing rates. So 25% would be out of 4 quotes delivered, 1 is closed won, and that's a 25% conversion rate. So it's always good to again have a pulse and have your optics of what you need to be looking at. And when you log into AK Dash as well, you can see number of working days remaining in the year and where you are on your goal trajectories and those kind of things as well. But I really want to thank you for the time that you spent out of your busy schedule to be here and to pay it forward. We really, really appreciate you. And thank you so much for being a part of AK Dash and for paying it forward on the roundtable as well. I know, like, when you share your wins, I'm just telling you, you truly, truly inspire people. And going back to the very beginning, that role practice that you and I did, which I'll remember for the rest of my life, I remember you shaking in your boots, and now you're a leader and you're convicted and you're really powering forward. So amazing growth and transformation. And I know you have such incredible things ahead for you, Jeanette.
I greatly appreciate it. I know if it wasn't for you, helping me along the way, I probably would not be where I am. Chuck knows the work and stuff, but in order to get the work, you have to know how to sell the work and how to get the jobs and the back end stuff and office and all that stuff. If it wasn't for you and Tim Smith and Chip and everybody, the members of the AK Roundtable, probably would not be where I am today. Y'all have helped me out, especially with the role plays and all that stuff. I mean, I couldn't thank y'all enough.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I am excited to see you on the next roundtable for sure.
I will be there.
Thanks for your time, Jeanette. And for anybody that wants to join the AK Roundtable, by the way, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. we're there helping people achieve their dreams. So feel free to join there. And if you want more information on AK Dash, just go to akdash.com. We're right there for you. And Jeanette, thanks again for all your time. We really, really appreciate you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Have a great day. Go close another big one.
I'm gonna try to.
See you, Jeanette.
All right, bye.
Bye.
If you liked this video, go ahead and check out this video or check out this video. And don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe right here below.